It's Monday. It's morning.
And it is macabre. Macabre. How many people out there were like, hey, how the hell do you say that word? And then you listen to an episode, you're like, I'll take their word for it, I guess. I don't know.
I've had multiple people come up to me that listen to this that are like, wow, yeah, I did not know how to pronounce macabre.
Yeah, it's macabre, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen.
Because I feel like no one says the word. It's always like, you always read it.
It's a terrible, terrible title for a podcast if you want it to be any popular. Nobody can find it.
Especially when like Monday morning podcast is like.
Yeah, exactly. You got Bill Burr and then nobody's searching macabre. We're changing the name to Two Spooky Boys Slurping Down Glizzies.
Yep, and everyone will be able to spell that all perfectly.
Yep. I learned a glizzy is a hot dog, but that's besides the point.
A glizzy's a hot dog?
Yeah, that's what I was told. At least when someone told me to guzzle some glizzies, I assumed he meant hot dogs.
It doesn't sound like, were they mean? What is
no. I think they meant
yeah, I cut them off in traffic and he told me to eat some hot dogs.
He told me to go cook some hot dogs. And I mean, hey, barbecue sounds like a good time. So anyway, welcome to Monday Morning Macabre, ladies and gentlemen, for another week with Scones and Darcy.
Another week.
Another goddamn week. I'm getting tired of it. Getting tired of these weeks.
God, I think once we open the Patreon, we should just stop.
Another week of Monday Morning Macabre. If you haven't heard the show before, me and Scones and I, one of us will bring some kind of spooky story, tale, legend, real event thing, and tell the other one.
Yeah, sometimes they're all too real.
We just talk about sucking down chili dogs the entire time.
Glizzies.
And for some reason, people tune in. Now, this Monday is... I'm trying to think if it's like a special Monday. It's not. There's nothing special about it.
Hold on. I'll look it up. Keep going.
Yeah, it's probably like National Fried Oreo Day.
What if it's Glizzy Day?
If it's National Glizzy Day, dude, ooh, baby, we're having a glizzy galore. Anyway, today, old Darce is gonna take you down a little journey through the macabre, as we've previously discussed, and Scones is gonna have to sit there and listen.
Speaking of journeys, on this day, July 20th, which is when this will air.
Yep, I'm excited.
1969, astronauts Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin walk on the moon.
Whoa.
And that third guy sits in the fucking pod.
And it was a moon all along, dude. That meme is hot right now.
So hot right now. The cake. We need to make a verbal meme image right now, just being, it's the coffee cup coming out of the planet. It's like, it's Monday Morning Macabre. It always has been.
It always has been. And it's like a picture of like Mothman shooting us in the head.
Yeah, coming out of a Gulf Stream. I mean, not a Gulf Stream, an
Gulf Stream. Yeah. Anyway, we are off topic.
That's a little Patreon sneak peek.
Yeah. Keep an eye out on the old socials. Turns out COVID makes it hard to make merchandise and ship things. So we're getting through that.
And especially since we know a lot of our listeners are international.
Yeah, we know you guys are Mr. Worldwides or Mrs. Worldwides. So Scones, today I want to talk to you about the tale. We're going to Scotland, my dear boy.
Ooh, Scotland.
A long time ago, because today we're going to talk about the Sawney Bean Clan. Band. Where's the band? Band.
Wait. Band.
Hey, yeah. No, the intro. Okay, cool. Thank you. So, Scones.
I was playing it in my head.
Yep. Do you want to play the entire thing in our head and then we'll talk after that's done?
Yeah, go.
And go.
I think mine
I lost it
now.
after the first. Yeah, I lost it. I got to the first, and then I forgot it. So I just gave it a couple seconds. And anyway, Do you know anything about the Sawney Bean Clan scones?
No, it sounds like a bunch of Irish guys that would beat up people in New York.
Scottish guys, dude.
Oh, I was close. Pretty close. Basically the same
Alexander
ethnicity.
Sawney Bean. Like that. They like yell. I don't know.
Billy Boys.
The Billy Boys. So Alexander Sawney Bean is the patriarch of the Sawney Bean Clan. And a quick summary to whet those appetites. Because I know those tight apps are wet.
Dude, get them wet like Scotland.
Yeah,
because it rains.
The Sawney, oh hey, that's a 1 out of 5, but I'll take it. The Sawney Bean Clan is a 45-member family that lived in Scotland in the 16th century who murdered and cannibalized over 1,000 people in the span of 25 years.
Holy shit. Also, that's a huge family. You sure they're not Irish?
That's a good point. I mean, maybe I don't know if Scottish people have big families, but I assume they were. I feel like Scotland and Ireland are like identical twins.
I feel like
they're very
Protestant Catholic. At one point, they hated each other, but I mean, aren't they both like Celtic? Also,
this is my dumb American viewpoint of it, so don't get mad at me. They're like, well, in Scotland, we have... I don't know,
someone's going to come at us with the intense social issues facing Scotland and Ireland. The past couple episodes, man, we've been wonky. Like Willy Wonka wonky.
Yeah, we're getting that Willy Wonky going, dude. That's because I've been guzzling down glizzies every day.
Guzzling down glizzies with that Willy Wonky wankiness.
So... Let's get... We're 7.5 minutes into the podcast.
I just spit up all over myself.
You spit up all over yourself? Are you my daughter? What do you mean you spit up all over yourself?
Yeah, except I don't have anyone here to clean me up.
Ooh, woo. So, according to the Newgate Calendar, which was a tabloid publication from the 18th and 19th century, Alexander Bean was born in East Lothian during the 16th century.
Old Allie Bean?
Yeah, old Alexander Beanster. His father was a ditch digger and hedge trimmer, and Bean tried to take up the family trade, but quickly realized that he was not fit for this work. He was like, I'm not fit for this. I'm fit for eating dudes and ladies.
It's tough when you realize that, but you've already like committed to like a school or a trade or something.
And it's like, my whole family have been doing this, but I want to be it's usually like, I want to be an actor, but it's like, I want to be a cannibal. And they're like,
I got that degree and all these student loans. Never going to use them.
All I want to do is chew on
people.
some cute fingers. So he left his home with a vicious woman named Black Agnes Douglas.
I love her.
I know, she's great. She's already the best out of anyone.
If she keeps being more mean, I might fall in love with her.
Who apparently shared his inclinations and was accused of being a witch. Now, I mean, if your name is Black Agnes Douglas, you're either a witch or a pirate. Make your choice, dude.
No, she made the right choice.
Exactly. She's like, I want cauldrons, no loot, please. Now, after some robbing and the cannibalization of one of their victims, the couple ended up at a coastal cave in Bennin Head between Girvan and Ballantrae. Now,
so romantic.
I am probably mispronouncing these. I apologize. As we have already covered, my knowledge of other places is limited.
We have that dumb limited American scope.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, they got McDonald's in the UK, bro?
Hey, if it ain't New York, it ain't real.
So, Sawney and Agnes produced 8 sons, 6 daughters, 18 grandsons, and 14 granddaughters.
Yeah, she's a witch.
Yeah, she is.
She was making those people out of the mud or mystical amounts.
Yeah, it was like Blair golems. Witch, like stick little things.
Yeah,
you know, trophies. I don't know what they're called.
Relics.
There's definitely a word that I'm blanking on.
It's like rune or relic.
Totem,
or
I don't know. Yeah,
totem.
Like anyway,
familiar.
Any hoozle. Various grandchildren were products of incest between children. This is a classic interfamily get-down party.
They just sound like wildlings, or whatever that guy is from Game of Thrones.
They essentially are wildlings. And Sawney Bean sounds like Sean Bean, so...
we're putting it all together, folks.
Yeah, I think we figured this out. So... Lacking the inclination for regular labor, the Bean clan thrived by laying careful ambushes at night to rob and murder individuals or small groups. So he was
wait, what year was this?
This is the 16th century, dog. I don't have exact
This makes
time.
much more sense that they can just do that.
Yeah, that's just the thing that happened. It's like, oh, what happened to Dave?
He went out to get the mail. That was it.
It's like, oh, that's tough this time of year. So, like we've said before, they didn't want to work, so instead they murdered, ate, and killed people. They murdered and killed people.
And ate?
Yeah, the clan brought the bodies back to their cave where the corpses were dismembered and eaten. They pickled the leftovers in barrels, and the clan discarded body parts which would sometimes wash up on nearby beaches.
Hey, waste not, want not, you know?
Exactly, dude. It's reduce, reuse, recycle, and they were living it to the fullest. This strategy was used to help conceal their crimes and lead villagers to believe that it was animals who were attacking travelers, not some Sawney beans.
What, do they have wolves in Scotland? What could it possibly be?
It's either that or it's caretaker.
Like
what's his face?
Groundskeeper Willie?
Groundskeeper Willie, not caretaker. Yeah, it was Groundskeeper Willie or it's Sawney Bean. It's one of the two. So the body parts and disappearances did not go unnoticed by local villagers, but the Bean clan stayed in their cave by day and took their victims at night, and they were so secretive that the villagers were unaware of the murderers living nearby. As people started to notice more significantly that more and more people were disappearing, several organized searches were launched to find the culprits. One search took note of the cave that they used as their hideout, but the men refused to believe anything human could live in it.
Oh, counting the Bean clan out.
Never sleep on the bean, baby.
No, they can live anywhere. They're like cockroaches, like nuclear waste, no sweat. Sawney Bean's there.
Frustrated and in the frenetic quest for justice, the townspeople lynched several innocent members.
Yikes.
Yeah,
what?
big yikes. Big yikes.
Just go around, just wildly choosing.
Yep. But the disappearances continued. Suspicion often fell on local innkeepers since they were the last known people to have seen many of the missing people alive, right? So they're like, hey, you own an inn and you saw this person before they were dead, so you're dead too now, which is a bummer. But
that's what he gets for owning an inn.
Yeah, that's what you get, dude.
Seeing people.
Dude, we're taking down big inns in this episode.
Tired of the big inn economy.
Tired of the inn industrial complex is too
How many
great.
Puppets the inns have down in Washington.
So with the Beans' existence finally revealed... Oh, wait, hold on. I skipped a little bit.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they were ghosts the whole time. One fateful night, the Bean clan ambushed a married couple riding from a fair on a horse, but the man was skilled in combat, and he deftly held off the clan with a sword and a pistol. Now,
that's so sick.
The Bean clan fatally mauled the wife, and when she fell to the ground...
Oh, no.
Yeah, so she gets mauled and dies. But before they could take the
and this
Brazilian...
other guy's like, call an ambulance, but not for me.
Yeah, he's basically Zorro. Yeah, he just like rolls up with his sword and just like... Zazazaba. I don't know. That's combat sounds, right? Zazazaba.
Yeah, I think he said he had a gun.
That's not the
too.
Zatarans guy intro.
Do you think the Sawney Beans have weapons when they're doing this, or they're just like clawing people?
I assume it's like maybe clubs. I don't know. That's a good question. I would assume so, but they could just be clawing people. I don't know. They're a bunch of weirdos. Now, before they could take down the resilient husband, a large group of fairgoers appeared on the trail, and the Beans fled. The fairgoers took the survivor to the local magistrate, who informed them of his experience. So the Beans goofed. We got goof beans. And now that their existence has been revealed to the greater public, it was not long before the king, who people believe at the time was James VI of Scotland, decided to lead a search with a team of 400 men and several bloodhounds. They soon found the Bean clan's previously overlooked cave in Benin Head thanks to the bloodhounds, and upon entering the cave, the searchers found the Bean clan surrounded by human remains with some body parts hanging from the wall and barrels filled with limbs and piles of stolen heirlooms and jewelry.
That's just nasty. Were they just piling up the jewelry? Like, ew, that's not... It's like when you
They're like, yeah.
eat like shellfish and you throw
it's like when you find a bone
away.
in your salmon and you're like, damn it.
It's just the chicken bones from your wings. They're just throwing in. It's like gold watches.
Essentially. So now there's two variations of what happens when they are caught. The most common of the two is that the Bean clan was captured alive and that they gave up without a fight. They were then taken in chains to the Tolbooth jail in Edinburgh.
And the second one is that they became the royal family.
And Queen Elizabeth
and now they rule over the United Kingdom. That'd be wild.
That would be wild. That'd be sick, dude. That'd be freaking sick, bro.
That'd be so sick. Speaking of incest,
got him, dude. You have a sniper trained on you right now. So they're then transferred to Leith or Glasgow, where they were promptly executed without trial as people saw them as subhuman and unfit. Sawney and his fellow men had their genitalia cut off and thrown into fires. Their hands and feet severed and were allowed to bleed to death.
Jesus. I hope all the innocent people they killed didn't have to go through all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Sawney shouting his dying words, "It isn't over. It will never be over."
Oh, it's a curse.
Which sounds like a Drake lyric to me.
I think it is.
I think he stole it from Sawney Bean, dude. The original Drake. After watching the men die, Agnes, Black Agnes Douglas, and her fellow women and children were tied to stakes and burned alive.
Not great. Well, I guess that is great because they're horrible people.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty fair, given that they ate people.
Yeah.
So, and then the other one is way less cool in that maybe it's not okay. The other
how cool
version
is
of what
it?
happens says that the search party placed gunpowder at the entrance of the cave where the Sawney Bean clan faced the fate of suffocation, which is not nearly as badass, but...
Oh, I thought you were going to say... Wait, what did they put in front of the cave?
Gunpowder.
Oh, and they suffocated them that way?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say they just blew the cave up. Like, just a trail of gunpowder leading into the cave, and just the whole thing went sky high. And I was like, yes!
Yeah, they...
A big Jerry Bruckheimer ending for this.
Yeah,
one,
exactly.
Folks.
Just that's the way to do it. That's what would be way cool. If that was the case, I would have been like, this is the only version of the story. because
we choose it.
Yeah, it's literally explosion, then credits roll as like the fairgoers walk away and the explosion behind them.
Oh, big time.
So, the town of Jervin, located near the macabre scene of murder and debauchery, hey, shout out, has another legend about the Bean clan. There are claims that one of the Bean's daughters eventually left the clan and settled in Jervin. It might be Gervin. I don't know. It's a G. I don't know if it's a hard G or a soft G. Scotland, you got to help me out here.
I'd say Gervin because Glasgow is a hard G.
Ooh,
that's all I got.
Hey, context clues, my dudes. So there are claims that one of the Bean's daughters eventually left the clan and settled in Gervin, where she planted a dual tree that became known as the Hairy Tree. After her family's capture and exposure, the daughter's identity was revealed by angry locals who hanged her from the bough of the Hairy Tree.
Oh, that's savage.
Yeah. So now that's the end of the old Sawney Bean clan. They are dispatched handily.
Yeah, it sounds like they were
by a bunch of fairgoers.
Yeah, it sounds like the whole fair took in some fair justice.
Pretty sick.
It is sick. It's sick whenever, when normal authorities let you down and kill a bunch of innocent people. It's just time to take fair justice into your own hands.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta stop cosplaying as a fairgoer and start living as one.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. Hey guys, that's gonna be my epitaph on my grave.
That's gonna be on the Monday Morning Macabre inspirational.
Yeah, we'll do like a sunset with like the
those like little poetry books where it's like just stupid things that on every page it's like a sentence and it's like
poetry books.
And it's just like inspirational stuff on each book. It's not really poetry. It's more just like I don't know.
It's big poem.
Yeah, big poem coming at me, and like they're in cahoots with big woke. Inns, and they're on the coffee table on all the inns. No, but we should do a Monday Morning Macabre one of that, where it's just shit you say like that.
That's a hot. That's sounding like hotcakes. Guaranteed.
That's selling at Newbury Comics or Hot Topic or Urban Outfitters or any of those places that sell weird books.
Yeah,
there are always books that are like, "Oh, my cat. What places my cat poops."
I buy every single one of them. God damn it! I got stacks of them. Can't stop. Now, I do appreciate that this tale ends with closure and the righting of the wrong. Well, in some sense,
right that wrong.
So Sawney Beans got, which is refreshing because it's usually they got away with it or they went to jail for 2 years and then were let go.
Yeah, there was just no evidence.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what I found interesting.
What did you find interesting?
Some pop culture references.
Ooh.
Were born out of old
culture
Sawney Bean. So the legend's influence can be seen in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Ooh. Wait, wasn't the Texas Chainsaw Massacre like based on a real story though?
Well, it's kind of like inspiration from Ed Gein, and then also like Sawney Bean Clan type deals.
Oh.
But the movie that took like direct inspiration from the Sawney Bean Clan.
I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, okay. No, that's not what I was gonna say. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
What were you gonna say? You're like Dirty Dancing. Fuck.
No, what's the one with the family and they're all psycho murderers? Devil's Rob
Rejects?
Zombie. Well, Devil's Rejects is the second one, but the first one? Rob Zombie.
Oh man, yeah. And you got the clown. Not the clown, but what is his name? The like
Mr.
Yeah.
He passed away like last year. The actor.
Did he?
Yeah.
Damn. Pour one out for
F in the chat. With Sid Haig, who passed away recently, who plays Captain
Haig.
Spaulding.
Captain Spaulding, that's it. Yes, okay. I can see where you're going with that. But yeah, no, this is Sawney Bean is like direct inspiration for Hills Have Eyes because the Bean Clan were a bunch of deformed, incestually created individuals who went out and ate people. Also, definite vibes of Wrong Turn, I would say.
It's crazy to me that you can raise that many people to buy into that.
Well, I mean, if you're born in a cave and all you know is like, hey, mom and dad hate watches and love toes, like, dude, that's the original feet pic. Like,
I know, but like, think about like regular teenagers. They never do what their parents want them to do.
Oh, you're right. They could have rebelled and been like, I want to eat like
maybe
steak.
I want to eat vegetables, mom and dad. And then the dad like slams down. He's like, in this cave.
He's like, you eat this ear and nose.
My rules. I work hard to put fairgoers on this table.
And then also Sawney Bean is
used. You follow my rules.
So, Sawney Bean is also used as direct inspiration for the name of two titans in the anime Attack on Titan, which is
that's a show I've seen.
I've definitely seen episodes of. I never would have ever put together that like one of them's name was Sawney and the other was Bean. But yeah, that's
do they have name tags on? How do you know?
Yeah, hello, my name is, and then just like crushing punch to the city.
Yeah, that's one of those shows that's a cartoon, so I'm watching it, and then it gets super violent and scary, and I'm like, wait a minute.
You're like, oh my god. And then, that's the Sawney Bean Clan, dude. They were pretty metal group of people.
Sawney Bean Clan. No relation to the Billy Boys, although I guess they're like 200 years before the Billy Boys.
Yeah, they were a couple hundred years before the Billy Boys, but hopefully.
Dude, families in Scotland are ready to just go to war for each other, no sweat.
I'm into it, dude. I'm pay-per-view every goddamn weekend.
Also, Rob Zombie has a lot of movies that I didn't know about.
Yeah, he does. Also, he's got the Dragula, bro. I mean, come on.
The Dragula? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, listen to the song Dragula.
I must say I did not like his Halloween movies.
I agree with you. They were one of those things where I felt like they were being like just overtly violent just for the sake of being overtly violent.
I think that's kind of his shtick.
I mean, I guess it is. I guess I should have known.
Why is it saying under his movies Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, he played Rocket Raccoon. Yeah, that was Rob Zombie the whole time. They actually didn't even use animation. That's what he looks like.
He just plays Mantis.
But that's the tale of the Sawney Bean Clan. Again, I'm just glad we got one that has an ending that has a little bit of justice involved.
Yeah, bad people got.
Bad people got, and good people got also. So all in all, it's a tie. Not really a tie.
It's a got world. In the words of Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, preach. What are you gonna do with yours, dude?
I'm gonna get got. So I'm gonna get mine before I done get got.
Exactly. That's going in the book.
If you're international and you don't know who Marshawn Lynch is, he's a famous American philosopher.
He actually was the second to circumnavigate the globe and looked good doing it. Well, folks.
Let's do like a Mr. Rogers style.
Yeah. Well, folks, thanks for stopping by.
Hope you got scared.
Hope you got a little Little chill down your old Spinerino. Even though the way we conduct these, there's no way. I don't think we have the atmosphere that allows for some real spooks and scares, but hey.
Yeah, I don't think we have the storytelling ability or the atmosphere for someone to be like, yeah. Well, like, actually
I gotta leave the lights on when I listen to Scones and Dars.
Oh, no. They're like in their bed and they can just hear down the hall, like,
just chattering on their
dog,
fingernails.
Just Droopy Dog down the hall, coming from inside the house.
Chains and like clanking of chains. Like, why didn't you play with me? It's kind of got a higher pitch to it tonight. I don't know what he's been doing. But anyway, thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, do it again.
Do it again. God damn it! Every week, listen to our rambles. Well, goodbye. Did we miss anything? I think this is gonna be chopped the fuck up.
Yeah, we should get rid of all of that.
All right, goodbye. Have a good Monday.
Boy.
Bye.